Welcome to the Eating with V show. I'm so excited to have you here. We have an incredible episode coming up today with Annette Robbins from Harmony at Home, and she's going to be talking to us about detoxification. She and I are going to be making an incredible apple crisp that is gluten-free, grain-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, but not flavor-free. So we'll be right back. And let me also tell you that I am wearing a Sabre Mochaccino dress today, one of my favorite designers who's local to the Treasure Coast right here in Fort Pierce, Florida. So thank you, Sabre, for this incredible dress. And we'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back to Eating with V. I am V, and on my show today is my very special guest, Annette Robbins. And Annette is with Harmony at Home. She's also one of my very best friends, and she is a detox specialist. So, Annette, tell us a little bit about detox specialty.
Well, I'd be happy to. As a matter of fact, most times I'm way too happy, so I get excited and talk a little much about it, and we're going to tone it down today. But basically what I do is cleanse from the core. So we address everything for our whole human body. So it's mind, body, soul. It's the gut-mind connection. It's working on toxins in the system, addressing them, battling them, cleansing them, getting rid of them from our thoughts and our gut. In a nutshell.
Oh, yes. And Annette does these amazing detox foot soak cleanse bath things. And I literally have done several of them now. When I tell you, I'm hoping that we can share the pictures with you where you can actually see the water and the stuff that comes out of your body. It's incredible. And how does that work?
It's really simple. The apparatus is an array and it infuses oxygen into the system. So it actually oxygenates the blood cells and releases the toxins that build up, and it will continue to detox your body for 2 days after one soak with help from us. Mm-hmm. Water, lots of water, hydration, alkaline food, and all those things we talk about and address later on. But it slows down the aging process, increases your energy, helps with sleep, and a variety of other things.
And we can tell that it slows down the aging process, all of this good living.
Thank you.
So we're going to make today something wonderful for our guests that are watching. We're going to make one of your favorites, I believe, is an apple crisp. And you would think when you're taking sugar and grains and gluten out of your diet that, oh my gosh, I can't have any of these things anymore. And that is not true. I have spent over a decade having to live this way. So I just wasn't going to buy the junk in the store. I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to learn. And so I'm bringing that information to you because I am so crazy about food and health. And so this stuff here, you're going to totally enjoy it, I promise.
She's passionate about sharing that with everyone. She has been all these years. We were fortunate enough to be able to sample along the way what she was doing.
You ready to get started?
Ready.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is start with organic apples, and I'm going to put Annette to work. So let's start with, we'll put those in the bowl first. So just dump those right in there because we're going to do something special. And then Annette is going to, you need at least 6. You can use 7 apples. I'm using this size bowl. So if you use a bigger pan, obviously you'll need more apples. You can judge that. But I wanted to give you a little special treat with this little contraption here.
This makes everything fun.
A little bit of entertainment. So Annette is going to, she's going to use this apple peeler, which this was a lifesaver as prepping for the show, because I'm sure you know that I had to cut about 14 apples. So this thing really makes a difference if you can get your hands on one of these. They do have more high-tech ones than this, but this one's just fun. So why don't you go ahead and show them how to...
They're definitely not as fun, the more high-tech ones. I can tell you that.
The more high-tech ones are just do it themselves. This one, so make sure you're
simple.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's that simple. You place it on and begin to spin. And then
put some muscle behind it, girl. You got all the muscles.
Oh, and I do this.
I knew that was going to happen. So see how easy that was? You just take the apples and peel them. And now you can core the apple with this little contraption right here. So Annette's going to show you how to do that.
Down the road, we can do fun things with those peels.
Oh, what are you going to do with the peels?
Fancy, we can use them as garnish. And,
oh, very nice.
All right, remind me.
Just put
this.
No.
No.
Just use this way. And push just the bottom down, not the top. Just that part.
Oh, okay.
Stay away from the
top.
Yep, use those muscles.
Okay.
So see what this does is it actually cores the apple for you so that you don't have to cut out the seeds like that. And then you just pop it out just like that. So now if you want to dice those up, I'm going to talk about the rest of the ingredients that are in this apple crisp. We're going to take the first part of the show to get the apples ready. And then we will take a quick break and we'll come back and put the crumble together for you. So you can dice those however you want to dice them. You don't have to dice them any specific way. Make sure you preheat the oven to 350 degrees before you get started because they're going to go right into the oven and they're going to bake for about 20 minutes. Make sure you check them at about 15 minutes because everybody's oven is so different. So if they're not browning by 15 minutes, just leave them in for an additional 5. And I always set the timer because I'm doing 27 things at one time and probably a lot of you are too. So set your timer so that you make sure that you get them out in time. Otherwise they will burn to death.
And we don't want that.
We definitely don't want that. Nice job by Annette.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon to this actual mix. You want to tell them a little bit about cinnamon?
Always happy to talk about cinnamon. Cinnamon is a blood sugar regulator. So it actually helps on a variety of levels as well as increase the taste of the food.
And it is delicious.
And
I
it
love
is
some
delicious.
cinnamon. We're also using pink Himalayan salt. So you can salt it to your taste. I use a little bit of salt, like maybe a quarter teaspoon, to a half a teaspoon. Yeah, because it just brings up the flavor of the apples. If you can't have salt, obviously leave that out. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk. I'm using an unsweetened vanilla almond milk this time because it has that little bit of vanilla flavor to it. And then we're just going to mix that all together and it's just going to go right into this bowl, this baking bowl. Now you don't have to put anything in this bowl if you want to put a little bit of vegan butter on the bottom, but you don't need to. And I use regular butter, but I use organic butter because I don't have a challenge with butter. Some people who can't do dairy can't have butter either, but I can have, but it has to be organic. So I have both butters. I have vegan butter and I have organic regular butter. I get unsalted and salt my own. And you can see that on one of my videos on my YouTube page. It's called the V's Better Butter. Is that all ready?
So
perfect. So we just put those in here. Excellent. That looks delicious.
It does.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, Annette, for your help. We are going to take a quick commercial break to thank our sponsors. By the way, Annette is one of our sponsors of this show and other shows. So thank you, Annette, for making it possible for this show to be seen by all. And we're going to give you a quick break. So do what you need to do real quick, and we will be right back. We'll see you in a few minutes on Eating with Dee. Harmony at Home is a detox and core cleansing program for your body, mind, and soul. Learn to dance with the rhythm of life while dressing yourself in love. Together, we design and implement a healthy life balance in fun and creative scenarios. Our engaging core cleansing and nourishment program invokes a commitment to yourself and your health in a rewarding and uplifting way. Harmony at Home Coaching. Create a life you don't need to take a vacation from. At Your Body Bliss, our passion is creating handcrafted bath and body products. Our products are formulated in small batches with ethically sourced raw ingredients. Our soaps are hand-poured the good old-fashioned way. Our lotions are thick and creamy with no junk fillers. We make authentic Castile soap, extraordinary beard oils, relaxing bath bombs, and so much more, all made by hand with love from our family to yours. Visit us at yourbodybliss.com. Well, welcome back to the Eating with V show and my special guest, Annette Robbins with Harmony at Home.
Hello. So happy to be here.
Yes, it's going to be so fun.
Always.
We're getting to that place now with the apple crisp. That is my favorite part of making this dish because I will be picking at the crumble. I'm a country girl and you're at home and I'm in my kitchen. So I'm going to pick. It's so good. It's that good. You wouldn't even know that there were the things missing. No glutens, no dairy, no grains, no sugars. It's unbelievable. So Annette's going to help us out. She's being a good sport. And first off, I use a paleo grain-free pancake mix. And it just makes things easier. You can do it from scratch, but I found that this tastes delicious and why go through the extra time and hassle when it's already prepared. And a lot of these things you can see on my Facebook page, my Eating with V page. I have a food blog there and the website eatingwithv.com. And Annette, you have a website too. Why don't you tell them about your site? How do they find you?
Annette at harmonyathome.net. Actually, that's my site. And it's really just basically everything about Harmony at Home. Again, this is our home as well as a brick and mortar that we live in. So a lot of work of what I do with my folks is we work on creating balance, peace, and harmony in their lives, in their existence, in their home, and also in their bodies.
So it's the perfect name. But your website would be harmonyathome.net. Harmonyathome.net?
Yes.
Perfect. So you can find Annette at harmonyathome.net. So let's get cranking. They want to see how to make this.
I'm ready for this.
So we're going to take 1 cup of this paleo pancake mix. It has no sugar, no grains, no dairy, and no gluten. So we'll start with that. And then we also have, I found this amazing golden monk fruit sugar. Again, no glycemic load. So this one actually resembles a light brown sugar, which is really nice for people who can't have sugar to have something that tastes and looks like brown sugar that doesn't actually raise your sugar levels in the body.
And
so
it complements this so nicely.
Oh, yes. And then we have a teaspoon of organic ground cinnamon.
More of our cinnamon. Aids in digestion, blood sugar regulator.
The more cinnamon, the better for me.
I agree.
I'm a huge fan of cinnamon. I love that flavor. So we're going to add a touch of sea salt, probably about a half a teaspoon, and you can judge that to your flavor. So it's pink Himalayan salt, and you can add that. And now here's the fun part. You get to watch Annette. So do this like boom, 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 like quick.
I'm going to mix first before I put that, right?
Yeah, go ahead and mix. So you're going to, this is something you do with your hands, like get back to the country kitchen. There's really no way around this because it's not going to have the same texture.
If you don't do it this way.
Yeah, you don't get those special crumbles and they're pretty awesome. So you ready?
Yep.
All right. You guys get to a little bit of live entertainment on the show. We'll start with that. I'm actually using a vegan butter today, a no soy vegan butter, because I don't do vegan butter with soy in it. I avoid soys too, unless they're organic, and I still avoid them most of the time.
As much as possible.
You know, if we were in another country like the Orient where soy is still soy, it might be different because soy is very breast protective, cancer preventative, so they say in studies in Orient, but I'm reluctant to overdo soy. But that's your decision. Especially. If you do soy, please stick with organic soy if you're going to do soy.
You saw that jumped right out of there, didn't you?
I did.
Okay.
They're going to be jumping. So as you're doing this, while you're pinching it, it's creating those special crumble pieces that are really important. And when we put those on top, if you're making this and you notice that it's not like clumping, you don't want it sticking, but you want it clumping. If it's not clumping properly, add a tiny bit more butter because that's what we did. We kept butter out just in case. And if it's too mushy, you're going to have to add a little bit more of the pancake mix because you don't want it mushy, but you don't want it like flour either. How's it coming along?
It's good.
Oh, it looks good.
Good balance.
Oh, yeah, that worked out perfect.
I'm spilling it all over. Getting
By
too excited.
the way, they can visit my website to see these recipes or these foods. And we will be publishing a book at the end of the entire season, which will be 12 shows, which will have our guests on it, the recipes, some tips from me, photos from the show. It's going to be amazing. So you want to get that book when it's available. I'll keep everybody posted.
I think that looks pretty darn good.
I think it looks great.
I normally would be
Since
sampling.
your hands are already dirty,
Okay.
We'll keep you right here. So now you can take this and just kind of crumble it over the top like evenly so that it covers everything. This topping is just unbelievable. Like you could eat it raw. I have literally taken this topping. I put like a little bit more of the pancake mix in it so it's like more crumbly. And I'll put that over blueberries or strawberries with some non-dairy half and half that doesn't have sugar, and it's amazing dessert. It's so good.
I've done it for breakfast as well. I add some nuts, walnuts being high in omegas, and brain power. They even look like a little brain if you ever take a look at them and notice. Almonds, anti-inflammatory, and I use a plant-based protein powder that I'll add to it and heat it up. It is an amazing, fulfilling, wonderful, delicious breakfast and sustains just about all day with energy.
Then it has the protein in it too that keeps you going.
Keeps you going.
That is awesome. I would think that would be really good with like pecans. You could put some pecans in there. Pretty much anything.
Just about any nut,
Chia
really.
seeds, flax seeds.
Oh yeah, I've done that before too. I forgot that.
Diversify. You can take this recipe and go 100 different ways with it.
Try to keep it in the pan. I'm not
Looking
doing a great job.
Well, as you all can see, this beautiful creation is now going to go into the oven for those 20 minutes we talked about. Make sure you check it after 15 at 350 degrees. We're going to take a quick break to thank our sponsors, and we're going to put this in the oven. And when we come back, Annette gets to sample. And we also have a special surprise for Annette.
Those are my favorite parts.
We will see you in just a little bit on the Eating with V show.
Everyone needs insurance, but not everyone gets the chance to work with true professionals with decades of experience. Located on the Treasure Coast, Owen Insurance Group has been helping thousands of Florida residents with their life, health, and Medicare insurance planning needs. If you want local, honest, and reputable people to help you make your insurance planning easy, call Owen Insurance Group today at 772-210-1020 or visit oweninsurancegroup.net. At Nice Roofing, we believe that homeowners should have great choices for their home. We have a dedicated team of representatives that can help you navigate products, styles, and warranties. Serving Indian River, St. Lucie, and Martin County, we have a beautiful showroom located in Fort Pierce. Give us a call today, 772-361-6580, or visit us online at niceroofing.com.
Hello, I am Veronica, and welcome to my kitchen, and welcome to my new show, Eating with V.
If you've been told that you have to give up gluten, dairy, sugar, or grains, or you just want to eat healthier, this is the show for you. We'll make eating for these allergen diets easy, fun, and most importantly, delicious. Join me in my kitchen along with my special guests who will share valuable information from their areas of expertise. We'll help and inspire you to eat better and feel healthier. Join us on this integrative health adventure.
So we look forward to seeing you there at Eating with V. Welcome back to the Eating with V show. I am V, and welcome to my kitchen. This is the moment we have all been waiting for, especially Annette, because she's dying to try this. Keep in mind, you can get as creative as you want with this recipe. This is a very basic recipe, but I think we're going to have Annette try her apple crisp right now.
Okay.
And let's not forget about the mochaccino original.
Well, when we
From
were
my
going to talk
Saver
about the
mochaccino.
heat, I was going to mention it because
I love her so
is
much.
that a phenomenal ensemble or what? You didn't.
He is such a... Oh,
pick
we gotta,
the plate up.
Hold on, we got to do a spin.
He's worthy of a spin.
He's worthy of a spin. Saber is a local designer on the Treasure Coast, actually been in New York and Los Angeles. He's incredible.
Amazing.
So Annette, are you ready to taste this amazing creation?
It's time?
It's time.
Yay!
Enjoy, dig in.
And I requested a spoon instead of a fork for good reason.
She wanted to shovel it in. I'm going to pick.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh.
It's been way too long. You would never believe, there's not a stitch of sugar, dairy, gluten. It's phenomenal.
The only sugar you'll get in that is the actual sugar from the apples themselves. And you can always go to a green apple, which is a low glycemic apple.
And the apples themselves are some of the lowest on the glycemic index anyway.
So they're good to go with that.
Well,
Well, guess what? Now it's time for
my surprise.
I have a very special surprise for you.
Yay.
This is a treat for you all. I want you to watch her face. No peeking.
But we're saving this because I'm not done with that. But that's all right. All right. Can I not look?
No,
Okay.
we don't want her peeking. Madame, chocolate avocado mousse.
So this is the favorite in our household. We call it magic mousse for good reason. This is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So you want to talk about the mousse?
You talk about the mousse. I made it as a surprise for you.
It's still hard to believe how decadent and delicious it is that it contains nothing but real ingredients. Avocado, Hershey dark chocolate, almond milk, vanilla,
Little touch of salt. And then we have powdered monk fruit sweetener.
Our favorite. That's kind of our go-to for a lot of things. And that's it. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite things ever. Not just gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free favorite desserts ever.
I know, it's so hearty. It's rich too. It's really, really rich. Like, it's hard to eat a whole serving of it. But I want to remind you all, we're going to have to wrap up the show because we're coming to the end of our time. But first, I want to thank you, Annette Robbins, for coming on to the show.
Always my pleasure. Such a delight.
Don't forget, harmonyathome.net. And you can also catch Annette and I. We are starting our own podcast / videocast / radio show together. The podcast will be starting in February. And we'll keep everyone posted through our websites and our social media. Don't forget about Eating with V on YouTube and Facebook, and also on Instagram. And my website is eatingwithv.com. And we will look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Eating with V.